All right, here we are, Steve, going to the White House at the end of the week. What are you expecting?
Finally.
Finally, right?
Finally, the little small town boy from Fair, Texas is going to get honored at the White House.
Yeah.
You know, that's eternal. That's unbound, isn't it, Fred?
It is.
I mean, since George Washington moved into that thing, and I'm going to get to go there and be honored at the White House. That's surreal to me. And it's finally happening. I understand full well why, after that space shuttle blew off, it was called off. If I would have voted for it to be called off after that tragedy. It's, you know, that's one of those events, like when the planes hit those towers, you're always going to remember where you were when you saw that. And it was a Tuesday, I was at home and saw that happen. My mother was a school teacher, so I remember Christy McAuliffe, that the first woman school teacher in space, and that happened. So I understand, and it's great. Last year I brought this up to some Obama aides that were in town at some charity events. I said, you know what, he's from Chicago, I know he's a Bear fan. This is the 25th anniversary of our Super Bowl. What a great time, you know, and it's great PR for both sides, isn't it?
Win-win.
Win-win.
Yeah. And in a way, you might be able to appreciate it even more a quarter of a century later, right?
Yeah, I'll have my Super Bowl ring on for this. You know, usually they go there before the Super Bowl rings are given out, right before the next season starts.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it'd be good to have a nice positive story surrounding the Super Bowl 20 Bears. Of course, this past week or so, there's been so much talk about the Walter Payton book.
Lord.
What are your thoughts about that?
Sensational journalism, yellow journalism, half-crocked stories. Sounds like the National Enquirer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The #1 selling magazine in the world. And why is that, Fred? Because people just dive into the dirt. And they know it's not true. It's like wrestling fans. I made big money because they thought, is that real? No, the National Enquirer isn't real, and neither is this book. Whoever wrote this thing, and I don't even know who this guy is. You understand? I've been around Walter his whole life. Never met this guy. So who is this guy? He interviewed 700 people. You know, the interviewing Matt Suey and Roland Harper, the guys that were closest to him. What they have to say about what he did and what they saw, there's the truth. Not a bunch of disgruntled employees or whoever he interviewed wanted to throw some dirt on Walter. And the guy's not even alive anymore to defend himself. Well, I can. I can. I said it on my radio show, baby. Everybody knows why I got the name Mongo in the first place. I was out there. You know, before it was Rush Street, it was Division. Never saw Walter there. There you go. And let me tell you what. Anybody that's going to judge a player that played like Walter did, and I'm in that vein too, that by God, a few painkillers eased the torment, and you got to go out and perform and entertain the fans here in Chicago. Don't judge too harshly, because they're by the grace of God, go you.
Good point. Now we got the 2011 Bears 2-2 going into Detroit Monday night. Who would have thought Detroit
they're lucky.
Before? No. Yeah.
They're lucky, and I'd rather be lucky than good. You know, right now they need to be lucky, Fred. You know that, and that's why they won 2 games. You know, returning the punt for a touchdown, they were lucky Ron Rivera forgot don't kick the ball to Devin Hester. So Ron might be getting in line for his dementia pay too, baby. And then in the little tip pass, pick 6, that's why they won the game. Lovey counts on those turnovers, and that's why you win games. I mean, it's what is the percentage they win when they have an interception for a touchdown? It's almost 100%. So I would preach that too, while this offense is getting their P's and Q's down. You know, something Jay said before, after the game, this last game, bothered me. He said, yeah, my internal clock is ticking a little too fast. That means he's twitching. That means he's thinking of, when you're supposed to be looking at the coverage and thinking about that accurate pass, he's thinking about, I'm fixing to get hit. That's not a good recipe for success. Jay, please, quit worrying about getting hit and worry about this offense taking us to the Super Bowl.
Good advice.
You know why I say that? Because the better they are, and if they go to the Super Bowl, my restaurant in Romeoville will make a bunch of money. I want them to go to the Super Bowl every year.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
Right on.